Kayla Clark is back in the gym. Will Caitlin Clark be permitted to play? It appears like she might be included in the new practice footage. The Commissioner's Cup match, I feel fine. And I'm going to spend the rest of my days doing everything I can to position myself to play the next game each and every time. You know, that's my objective, is always to be available for the next game. I'm working with the medical staff to get my body in the best possible shape so that I can accomplish that. However, I feel fine and nosebly moving forward day by day. Fans had assumed Caitlin Clark may be sidelined for a longer period of time. But new video from the Indiana Fever's most recent practice has drastically changed the story. Applause. The viral video indicates that a big thing is about to happen because it shows people receiving shots and wearing full gear. Will Caitlin return in time for the championship game? Commissioner's Cup. So on July 1st, we'll be in Minnesota for the Commissioner's Cup final. I sort of showed there for that, but I didn't get to watch Caitlin in action. Discovered a video. That made me wonder if Caitlin Clark would be permitted to play. Pay attention, because what we just witnessed could completely alter the course of events for the Fever and WNBA. Player Caitlin Clark is dressed in protective clothing. You can see that she is wearing playing gear, something we had not noticed before. Compression tights are being worn by Caitlin Clark recently. Caitlin Clark was spotted back. Fans saw right away that she wasn't simply there for light work while she was on the floor during Indiana Fever practice. Clark appeared fully outfitted in compression tights and leg sleeves, concentrated, mobile, and practicing shooting. It's hilarious. She is currently receiving shots and is actually out here as the Anati 2.0. And notice that it doesn't tap to be engaged in any significant activity. Although she didn't engage in full contact exercises, her enthusiasm and mobility suggested that she was getting closer. She seemed to be running around out to the shape of the game. The video went viral right away, giving many optimism that she would soon return, perhaps even for the crucial Commissioner's Cup final. My name is Clark. Update. Will be day to day from now on, and I'm doing everything I can to position myself to play the next game each and every time. You are aware that my objective is always to be accessible for the next game, and I'm working with the medical staff to get my body in the best possible shape so I can accomplish that. But I feel fine, and I'm just living day by day. Caitlin Clark. Has had a fever that has been classified as daily, but new interviews show that she is doing better and is collaborating closely with the medical professionals to return to the court in this city. And I believe you are aware of many individuals have already invested a great deal of time and effort to bring All-Star here, but they won't receive recognition for it. So they're working to make it the best All-Star the WNBA has always had. I am certain that we will do that, but you should also know that it is undoubtedly a cool honor. Even though she hasn't started playing full contact yet, she is obviously making improvement drills for shooting, running. While maintaining mental focus on the team, they are attempting to determine whether compression will be beneficial. According to Clark, her objective is always to be prepared for the next game, and her perseverance is evident. Her tenacity has been commended by coaches and teammates, and it's evident that the Fever is being cautious but optimistic about her return, regardless of whether it poses a risk for her leaving, because in all likelihood, if there's a risk that is if there's no reason for her to play, believe the Fever will go away. And I'd say she's probably yearning to return. As the Commissioner Cup final draws near on July 1st, she was present for that game in order to be available to the media. Caitlin Clark is the center of attention despite missing the previous two games because of a persistent groin problem that interfered with her attendance at practice and her conversations with WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Observing that makes me wonder, I believe she will be available for that game. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing? How are you, Caitlin? I would want to congratulate you on your promotion to captain for the 20. Best wishes to the entire team for the Commissioner Cup final on Tuesday or the communication tomorrow. Yes, that dub is about to arrive. Kathy implies that she is getting ready for a significant event. Clark boldly stated during a lighthearted discussion, "We're going to acquire that dub," which is causing rumors that she's trying to suit up for this important mid-season matchup. "We're going to get that dub," she remarked. Additionally, "I saw that there were double-leg sleeves on. But I'm not sure if, although she wouldn't typically have anything like that on. She is going to release the compression deals, which is something new." However, this isn't just any game. It's a nationally televised game between the Indiana Fever, team based around Clark's star power, and the scorching Minnesota Lynx. As far as I'm aware, Commissioner's Cup, ISIS, not truly included in the record. Well, that's $500,000. You receive the trophy and, the mid-season championship, of course. Additionally, I doubt you could ask for a better championship game in terms of viewership. Pitting the 14-2 Minnesota Lynx against the Indiana Fever, who naturally had the sport's most thrilling squad. And Feller just attraction, not to mention the momentum boost this could give the Fever going into the second half of the season. There is $500,000 on the line in addition to the actual game. Kane Clark, Sman's All-Star Game, we at All-Star Game are aware that she hasn't played in the past few games. Additionally, it's huge that she spoke to the media. Now, news did announce today that she will serve as the captain of the WNBA All-Stars. She got 1.2 million votes, bro, which is a record in and of itself. 2 million votes from fans since Clark was formally appointed captain. She is now leading rather than just playing. Nifuza Collier and her team are on one side. Oh, you have Cheryl. There's always a little smoke there, Reeve, and you know that there are a lot of Caitlin Clark supporters. Of course, you also have Indiana Fever on the opposite side. Right now, it's said as hard to decide if she should try it or not because this game plainly doesn't count. There is a chance of regravitation, and so far one injury has resulted in additionally. This would be a huge return for her team and the league if she participated in both the Cup Final and the All-Star Game. The Fever still have another move to make, adding a large, or I guess you might say, versatile forward who can both guard and shoot threes. It is obvious that the WNBA is counting on her comeback to keep up the enormous buzz. With the sold-out audiences she has been attracting nationwide, Caitlin Clark is clearly pressing to return. And the Fever are keeping a careful eye on her condition. She might do so in season's most important games. She does seem interested in playing. There seems to be a significant likelihood that Caitlin will play. It appears that there is a high likelihood that she performs. I believe they're attempting to find a way to make that develop because I don't believe there is an injury there. Instead, I believe there is pain, tightness, and something. The homecoming of Caitlin Clark is no longer merely a wish, starting to become a possibility. With her camp's confidence building due to viral practice footage and the attention of the Commissioner Cup Final and All-Star Game, the stage is prepared for a significant resurgence. Regardless of whether she participates or not, the WNBA is pleading, hoping, and praying that Caitlin Clark can play in the Indianapolis All-Star Game in front of the enormous audience they're expecting. And you know that there's a lot of pressure on this young woman right now. One can only hope that she is receiving the appropriate care, that the training team is providing direction, and that all necessary safeguards are being done. Caitlin remains the most the WNBA spotlight's beating heart. Make sure to click the like or subscribe buttons if you're eager to see what comes next to the channel, and leave a remark beneath. Is Caitlin expected to participate in these? Please let us know and keep checking back for every recent development.